to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day, y'all, every single day. Because you're now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your mans. Captain Will. Come rock with your man, Captain Will. So we got to go with today, y'all. We're talking about Ashlyn Watkins. Ashlyn Watkins, a 6'3" forward/center from Columbia, South Carolina. Yeah, she's from the crib. She is from the crib. It was a 12th ranked player, 12th ranked recruit in the class of 2022. Okay, just give some context how good this young lady is. 12th ranked player in the class of 2022, was the 4th best post player in high school. That's what Ashlyn Watkins was in high school. Led her team to multiple state championships. Led her team to a volleyball state championship and a runner-up appearance. Ashlyn Watkins was a multi-sport star. In basketball, she averaged 21 points, 16 rebounds, 3 block shots as a senior. McDonald's All-American, of course, won the McDonald's All-American Slam Dunk Contest. So many accolades for this young lady in high school. And much like young recruits or freshmen, interim freshmen who arrive at the University of South Carolina, 9 times out of 10, you're taking the back seat. You're taking the back seat, and it was no difference with Ashlyn Watkins in 2022. You remember 2022? Okay. Ashlyn Watkins averaged about 11 minutes per basketball game. Played in 32 games. Got a little burn. Just a little bit burn in 11 minutes per game. And got about, 5 points per game. Yeah, 4 field goal attempts on 56% shooting. And about a free throw and a half per game. Shooting 46% from the free throw line. Add 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 foul. That was Ashlyn Watkins in her freshman year as a South Kakalaki Gamecock. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block, 1 assist per game. Offensive rating was 109.4. Defensive rating was 68.9. That's a small sample size. But she showed in her 11 minutes of play that she was a dog defensively. Okay? She showed that. It was apparent. Okay? And then you move, I think like most times, the biggest jump is from your freshman year to your sophomore year. And that was also the case for one Ashlyn Watkins. You seen what she did this past season. How she matriculated during the summer, how she got better, how she worked out, how she worked on her game. She had 9 starts in 38 games this past season. She went from 11 minutes to 21 minutes. That's a lot. So she almost doubled her minutes per game. That's a lot. That means Coach Dawn Staley trusted her more. She averaged 9 points, 7.4 rebounds, almost 3 block shots a game. This is what Ashlyn Watkins did. She improved on her free throw shooting from 46% to 56%. Not dramatic, but 46 to 56, that's 10%. If she makes that increase again from 56 to 66%, we have a play on the rise in terms of free throw shooting. We know that is a detriment to her game, shooting free throws, but she's getting better. She got better for freshman year. She's going to be better her sophomore year. She's going to be better her junior year. 9 points, 7 rebounds and assists, a steal, almost 3 block shots. 2 turnovers, about 2 fouls per basketball game. It's like it was a propensity for Ashlyn Watkins to foul a lot, but that really wasn't the case. It really wasn't the case. Over 38 games, she averaged a little over 2 fouls a game, about 2.3. She got better as the year went on. She did. Ashlyn Watkins is a star. She's a star. Offensively, 113.4 offensive rating. Defensively, 68.2. And I got to highlight that, 68.2. Ashlyn Watkins had the lowest defensive rating in the conference. Let's begin with that. She had the lowest defensive rating in the conference. Our very own Kamilla Cardozo won Defensive Player of the Year in the SEC. Okay? Ashlyn Watkins had the lowest defensive rating in the country. The country. And didn't get that recognition. Is it because she just played 21 minutes per basketball game? Could be. Were the voters just focused on Kamilla Cardozo? Yes. Yes. Were the voters looking at the analytics like your man Captain Will does? No, they were not. And I see that a lot in terms of basketball with certain players in certain spots and so quick to say that this player is the best player in college basketball. This player is the best player. That player, the best player. But in reality, a lot of times when we see these media lists with all SEC and all American, blah, 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 blah. They a lot of times are just focused on offensive side of the ball. That's what it is. That is what it is. And with that being said, it's a little too early for Captain Will to do his preseason SEC awards and preseason All-American awards. But when I do focus on those award lists, I will be looking at both sides of the basketball, offensively and defensively. Because it matters, right? If you rock with Captain Will, you know it matters when we say a complete basketball player, offensively and defensively. But Ashlyn Watkins didn't get the recognition she deserved. No, defensively, she did not. She will this year. I'm confident she will this year. And if she does not, I'm going to make a stink about it every game that she plays in. Because I'm be talking about her defensive rating every single time. We're talking about our block shots every single time. Her athleticism. I mean, Ashlyn Watkins could be the most athletic player in college basketball. We hear a lot about, such and such player can guard, all 5 positions. That's not true. That's not true. It's just something cool to say. I can guard all 5 positions. No, you can't. You really can't. You can't guard all 5 positions. You can't. All this switching stuff that teams do now. You think you can guard all 5 positions. But you know who can guard all 5 positions? Ashlyn Watkins. She can. She's fast enough to guard the guards. She's fast enough to guard the wings. She's big and fast enough to guard the post players because she can out-jump out everybody in the country. And she's 6'3". And she's stronger than pretty much every other player in college basketball. I mean, she's unbelievable. She's unbelievable. Now, you have a player in Ashlyn Watkins who played 21 minutes per game. 21 minutes per game. And I have to highlight that because you talk about a player who played 21 minutes per game. You talk about a little bit over half. Just a smidgen over half per game. Okay? And in the SEC, you had several players who played 35, 37, 38 minutes of basketball game. You had several. 33, 30, so many minutes per basketball game. And I call it like stat stuffing because you might have a player who played 35 minutes in a basketball game, but a team sucked. But they get the recognition of being first team or second team all SEC. Really? That is not, it's what you call, we should get like empty calories. Empty calories. So you have empty stats. Empty calories is like when you eating a Krispy Kreme donut, which I do time to time from here to there. Those are empty calories. Okay. Empty calories. Love my Krispy Kreme. I always loved it since I was a kid. We always had this debate in my household with my wife and I, because she loved Dunkin' Donuts. I love Krispy Kreme, but she from the Midwest, so they like their stuff. But Krispy Kreme, if you're from the South, you are always Krispy Kreme down. And you from the South, and you say some Dunkin' Donuts, something wrong with you, and you need to get your Southern card taken away from you, because it's all about Krispy Kreme. Just so nice. And you see that hot sign flashing in the restaurant, be like, oh yeah, it's on. It's on. And it's like that with certain players and certain teams that you get those empty stats. Because every basketball team out of the 360, they're gonna have a leading scorer, gonna have a leading rebound, they're gonna have a leader in block shots. But does that mean that they are warranted a all SEC type ranking or situation? Does that mean that? Because if you put X player on X team, does that mean that same player will get those same rebounds and points? If you put some of the players that got those first team, second team type situations after the postseason, be like, if you put those players on the South Carolina team, would they even start? Would they even start? Would they make our top 8? And the answer is no. But ain't no shade. This ain't no shade situation today on May 17th. There ain't no shade when I'm talking about all these other players. But you have to give the players on South Carolina that respect when talking about greatness. Ashlyn Watkins averaged 21 minutes per basketball game. And she was 7th in the conference in total rebounds. She was 7th in the conference. 7th in the conference. 14 teams. 21 minutes. What if this young lady averaged, let's say, like 35 minutes, like some of these other basketball teams do? Because we hear so much about Angel Reese, in college. We see about her being a double-double machine and blah, 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 blah. But she averaged 35 minutes per basketball game, 34 minutes basketball game. So you should. If you're a very talented player, you should get those rebounds. Ashlyn Watkins played a third less than one Angel Reese and was 7th in the conference in total rebounds. She was 6th in the conference in offensive rebounds. 6th. 8th in the conference in defensive rebounds. Now you look at a 6'3" player who's so athletic, was 19th in the conference in steals. 19th in the conference in steals, in total steals for the year. Playing 21 minutes of basketball game. It's not a guard. It's not a wing. This is a forward/center. Was 19th in the country in steals. Total blocks. Not blocks per game, but we're talking about total blocks in the SEC. Miss Ashlyn Watkins was number one in the conference in total block shots. Y'all better get this girl some recognition. You better get this young lady some recognition in terms of defense. I'm going to come out of my seat if that doesn't happen this upcoming season. I'm letting you know right now, Cam, we're going to have a problem if Ashlyn Watkins does not get the SEC Player of the Year. On this preseason all SEC type defense, it better be Ashlyn Watkins and it better be Raven Johnson for sure on that team. For sure. When we look at that preseason All-American, on defense, preseason all defensive team across the land, it better be those two headlining. If it's not, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm just letting you know right now, I'm losing my mind. She is so special. Defensive rating. I already stated she was number 1 in the country. Number 1 in the country in defensive rating. Cameron Brink won the award. She wasn't number 1. She wasn't number one in defensive rating. Cameron Brink was not a better defensive player than Ashlyn Watkins. She got more block shots. She played more minutes, but she was not a better defensive player than Ashlyn Watkins. Ashlyn Watkins was a premier defender in the country last year. Ladies and gentlemen, she's gonna play 26, 27 minutes per basketball game. She's gonna max out. Last year, Raven Johnson averaged the most minutes. Then it was Tahina Pow. Then it's Camila Cardozo. Ashlyn Watkins will be in the top 3 in minutes for a South Carolina basketball team. She'll be 3rd. Raven Johnson will be number 1 again. Pow most likely be number 2 again. And you're going to have Ashlyn Watkins. Those are the facts. Total rebound percentage. You're talking about 4th in the conference. 4th in the conference in total rebound percentage. 3rd in the conference in offensive rebound percentage. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, and I'm going to continue to say, because I got to put emphasis on the reason, on the why. That she only played 21 minutes per basketball game, but she was 3rd in offensive rebound percentage and 4th in total rebounds. That means she's real good. She's real good. Defensive percentage, she was 8th. She was so special. So special. Block percentage, she was number 1 in the country. Block percentage, she was number 1 in the SEC. Let's say the SEC. I'm not sure for sure in the country in terms of block percentage. I'm going to say the SEC. I'm going to say for sure the SEC. I'm not sure about the whole country, but for SEC, for sure. She is a premier shot blocker at 6'3", who's going to get substantial amount of minutes this upcoming season. She's going to get a substantial amount. And it's going to be a dynamic fight to the finish, this upcoming season, this upcoming year, 2024, 2025, where you got Camila's gone, but you're returning Ashlyn, you're returning Chloe, you're returning Sania, you're returning Sakima, you're bringing in Joyce. Oh, it's going to be a fight to the finish in the post this upcoming year. And who's going to get minutes and how these minutes will be distributed. And this is why I love recruiting. Because the best competition that these girls going to get is against themselves. This is why I love recruiting. This is why I just love the fascination of recruiting and bringing the top talent in and practicing against the top talent all the time in practice. Challenging each other in the weight room, challenging each other over and over again. Like, who is the best? Who is the best? Who's going to start? Who's going to finish the game? We have an ample amount of opportunities for multiple players on this basketball team for starters minutes. I mean, Chloe Kitts made a huge jump from one year to the next. Sania Feagin's light turned on this season, so she's going to be ready to ball out. She recently had a jersey retire. Salute, Sania Feagin. Joyce Edwards is trying out for the Team USA under 18. She's going to make the squad. Come on. That's a given. Just going through a formality. And she's going to be in the best shape of her life coming in this summer, much like when Team USA played last season, when you had Chloe and Joyce on the same team, and you had Raven balling out, came in to the summer workouts in shape and ready to ball. But don't forget about Maddy McDaniel, who's also in the trial phase as well. Don't forget about that. Ashlyn Watkins is a beast. And she's with us for 2 more years. 2 more years, Ashlyn Watkins' growth. Who been watching WNBA? Who been watching WNBA? Apparently, a lot of folks been watching the WNBA. I've been watching the WNBA. I've been watching our girls. I watched Ty Harris go off the other night in Connecticut Sun. 2.1 million people watched that game. 2.1 million people watched that game on ESPN because it was a Caitlin Clark show, right? It was a Caitlin Clark show. I got it. 2.1 million people watched the game, and they saw the awakening of Ty Harris, who was lights out. They saw Alyssa Thomas do what she does, had another triple-double. She did have 7 turnovers, but she had another triple-double. What's the young lady, Carrington? Balled out. DeWanna Bonner, balled out. Aaliyah Boston, she only had 6 field goal attempts in that game. I was disappointed in that. You know, I was disappointed. But there's levels to basketball. If whoever thought that Caitlin Clark was going to just show up in the WNBA and just like take over, definitely have never watched WNBA. Because you literally have the best players in the world who are fighting for their jobs in this experience. And it's just levels to it. But when she had 10 turnovers, I wasn't surprised. Like, Cap, what you talking about? You wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised because she led the league. She led college basketball in turnovers. I was not surprised. If you lead college basketball in turnovers and then you go to the W, you didn't take care of the ball well in college, but you was bailed out because of the 3-pointers and, you know, sensationalism and all these different things. She was in defense in college, she wasn't very good. In WNBA, she's not very good in defense. She didn't take care of the ball in college. She's not taking care of the ball in the W. Was it last night? Last night she only had 3. She only had 3 turnovers. You know, that was good. Her shooting percentages are horrible though. Through 2 basketball games. And I know it's just going to take time. It's going to take time. But her shooting percentages is horrible. It's bad. You're getting a lot of fans who just want to see the Caitlin Clark show. But like I said before, you tune in to see Caitlin Clark and you see some outstanding ladies playing basketball. Giving them the business every night. Somebody's showing up and showing out. Aaliyah Boston played better the other night. He had 20.7 rebounds. Just not think. Aaliyah Boston's the best player in Indiana. I mean, say what you want to. Aaliyah Boston's the best player on Indiana's team. She is. And we got to give that queen a lot more opportunities to score the basketball. It just got to happen. Got to happen. Watch more WNBA tonight. Watch some tomorrow. Got 2 games on tomorrow. It's going to be lit. It's going to be crazy. And Captain will be talking about more WNBA tomorrow and what our Gamecocks are doing. And this includes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Make sure you tell a friend, a enemy, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a ex, a baby mama, a baby daddy, somebody who is affected by you. Tell them about Gamecock Talk with Captain Will, the only podcast covering South Carolina women's basketball every day. The only one and the best one. There are a lot of podcasts, but there's only one Captain Will, because you're now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.